Welcome everybody back to another episode of our Minecraft Xbox One Survival Let's Play. There's been a couple changes since last episode, mainly one of them behind you being my new face that I've put on the side of this giant. It was a very well flat cliff, and I needed to give it a little bit of character, and what else to put on it besides a picture of, well, my face. A little bit tricky to find some of the blocks for the top of my head, because I realised it's made of about 3 different colours of grey. As you can see right here, if we try and zoom in without giving anything away, because I won't really want to spoil stuff. Oh, never mind, there it is in the background. You see the little bits on the top of the forehead, on the top 3 layers. It's a little bit tricky to find that colour without really going for blue, so I've had to stick with what I got. If you were very eagle-eyed there in the background, you will have noticed a very big change to the castle, which let's take a look at it now. Yeah, I have made quite a bit of work on it, actually. It's not really one of those things that's quite interesting to watch because it's very repetitious. It's always the same window design that I've been doing anyway, so all of these are the same as the ones at the top. It's just coming up with the different areas of the castle, where areas should be like flat roofed like this, for example, and where obviously the towers should stick up out of it. The other change is I've reduced the height of this tower over here to level with this one. I might take it down further yet because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these 2 front towers because they look a little bit out of place for their scale in comparison to the build of the actual castle itself. Obviously, the big thing in the way is this part of the cliff right here. We need to get it removed so that we can finish the last bit of the castle, make it symmetric on both sides, copy and paste, put that in on that side. And there we go, we should have the front face of the castle pretty much done. Then we can get ourselves some new pickaxes and work on digging out the interior. Because obviously it's got to be a functional castle, not just a nice exterior piece that we've got going. So hopefully we can get that done sooner rather than later, because I have got a couple bits extra to do still on this side. And I can't really do it without removing all of that stone and that dirt. And I'll probably go up to about this height right here, at least to get started. It is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, let's take a look at it a little bit closer up to it then, shall we? We have obviously first of all expanded our roof across the middle section, which we had last time, just so that we could start the middle part of this sort of tower, I guess I would call it. I guess sort of not. It looks like I'm getting snow spawning here as well from the weather. Obviously, the door still needs to be changed. It's not quite right for what I want. Up above, we kind of had to raise it up a couple blocks at the front here because I wanted it level with these walls right here that we have a little bit offset from the back. A little bit of a walkway here at the top now, which means we could probably have a little access point on this corridor where you can come out onto this upper section and have the view out in front. I really do like that view. We may have to remove this so that we get a good view of the ship behind it. But then again, we might even put a second ship in. This is what I've been debating recently, is when we finish this, this is the east side of the castle. We get the east side of the castle done. I'm wondering if to put a ship between the church and the castle, just to kind of continue my theme that I've been doing a little bit recently of parkour stuff. You may notice on the church, we now have this sort of parkour course going up the top of the spire. We'll also do one on the inside eventually, because at the moment it's a really, really nice place to look from up at the top. We've got a little bit of a ledge sticking out there. And we might have a go at that later on, who knows, we'll have a look later to see what time we have left. Looks like it's night approaching again, so I do actually still need to torch this thing up, because mobs are still able to spawn on it. But besides the front piece, there really is nothing behind it as of yet. Let's just jump out here. As you can see, it's kind of just a front wall at this point. But still, it's a good start, and I think it's a good place to get going again. So the one thing I wanted to have a look at today, really, is the top of these church walls right here. I wanted to see if we can set up sort of a Garden of Eden on top, sort of like a walkway you can come out on, and then essentially it's sort of a garden up here, but the only problem I've got at the moment, obviously, is the size of these front 2 castles. Now, these 2 towers that are at the front, I'm not sure if the scalings of them is quite right just yet, so we need to kind of figure that out today, and then obviously adjust them accordingly. Now, obviously, it's too wide at the top at this point. I think that's too big. Let's get a good view of it. Let's land somewhere we can have a look from above. But essentially, the tower sticks out too much. I think it should be much narrower. I think it's almost better off on the scale that it was at for this. I think what we're going to have to do probably is reduce it by another layer or so. Probably bring it down, I don't know, 1 more layer, and we'll have a look at it from there. And then we'll probably start a roof on the other one to curve it in a little bit. Looks like we've got ourselves a little friend over here as well. He's got his suit of armor on, I see, guarding the castle. He's not doing a very good job of it, though, because I'm going to kill him here in a second. There we go. don't want that. So obviously the first thing we're going to do then is we're going to just tear out this upper layer we've got going right here. I think this is actually easier to do it from the one below it, because that's how I was doing it when I was tearing out the other couple layers that we had on this thing. That was just really overpowered. It was too big to really look at. It didn't match anything really. I want my high points to get, obviously on castles and stuff, let me think this through. You want stuff to be narrower as it goes up, but then it's still going to be functional. But this thing is one solid wall of texture, and I don't really like it. I do like the face a lot better from the distance as well. But yeah, it's a whole, like, just a block of colour, and I don't really like it. And the fact that we were going to use hardened clay with it as well, I think also doesn't work for what we want. Now, I think the better option, obviously, might be to change the hardened clay out for some more stony colours. But then again, maybe having something different on the front section might not be a bad thing. So, let me finish off this right here, and I guess I will get back to us when we've done this. So just give me a sec, and I will be right back. It's just one of those things that I'm not really sure how we're going to do this. The other thing is to try and change this 3 high section into 4 high. I think we could adjust it to this height and change it so that it's just 2 of the same height. Would that work? We're going to change these, and we'll change them so that they've got different heights instead. So we're going to remove most of the inside. We'll try it on a straight panel first of all, and we'll do the curved one after. So first of all, to get one of these to look like one of those, we're going to try it at this height right here. I think that looks silly though. That's been shortened. You can clearly tell it's been shortened. So where is the next height that I've done 2 from? They've got such a big gap between them. Let's just take a look. So how much height do I need to get this to work between 2 sections? It's actually quite a lot. I don't think we've got the height for that, to put that in there like so. I mean, it's got to be level with the one above it. So actually, the window at the top doesn't have to start until this height right here, which is the 2 stairs there, which means we need a solid block across this point where the grass is. So this point right here has to be solid. And then it's really just a matter of how do I set the windows out. Because it could just quite easily be how I was doing it up there, and I think that might be better. If we're going to use that design there, that's much simpler to do. It's just essentially 2 stairs and then it starts again. So we're going to try that in one of these gaps. Okay, after a little bit of trial and error, I finally think I've wrapped my head around what I want to be doing today. So, what we have in front of us right here is a new rendition of what I want to try and do with the walls of our towers at the front of the castle. Now, obviously, it's changing it a little bit because I needed to get rid of the horrible, it's not really horrible, but the hardened clay doesn't really fit with the theme of the castle. So getting rid of that was the challenge, but now we're basically rewriting these towers in this style, which is a little bit challenging because obviously these towers don't exactly match up very nicely at all. Over here, for example, if you look at this, it's obviously, it's made out of stone. It's not made out of stone brick, all the pillars. So every time we do a pillar now, we're going to have to change it. For example, with these right here, this is the question of whether or not I lower these by 1, so that all you see now is a 1 high from the floor. This is the only reason I've kept this one at this lower height right here, but obviously if we want to change it, we can take it down a block. But then again, you're still going to end up with one of the 2 ends of it looking a little bit stupid. So, that out of the way now, so let's take a look at what we can do then with this this corner piece, because the corner one's going to be the awkward one, I think. So if we do this like so, we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and then that is our crossover point right there. So then, what we've had to do is I need to first of all get a temporary block here and here, like so, and then place an upside down stair here. And then we also have to put in a upside down stair there with a slab, and then breaking out this temporary block, we're going to have to put another upside down stair right there. So then, obviously, we've got the problem of, oh, look, our wall suddenly has two stone brick next to each other, but one of them's the castle and one of them is the wall itself. So, the next type we want to move up to is, obviously, this one's basically a standard one again now, so we just go all the way up as normal. So let's grab some stone. First of all, we need to just jump on here and place in our sort of roof that we have going here again. Because now we're finally going to have some spruce in between each layer, which I think is so much better than what it was. We go back 2 here and 2 on there. Bring this up by a couple blocks first of all, and then up 1 more. And then the window starts again, so it's 2. Smash the thing above my head, like so. Just smash these out like that. What we at there? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we jump down again, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Place 2 blocks on the top like so. Then we come over here and we do the same again. Upside down stair, slab, bring up this to the correct height, to the upside down stair right there. And that is pretty much it. It looks obviously a little bit odd by the fact that everything's offset by a block. But then, that shouldn't look too bad when we straighten it out afterwards and we do everything else around it. See, if we look at that now, that does look a lot better. It looks a little bit daft, everything's been pushed back by a block. But I'm going to have to do it if I want to curve the building itself. But then eventually you'll never see it, so that's fine. We do actually have to fill that gap in though right there. So let's just place an upside down stair against that. So then you never see it and it just looks completely normal. Now here is the challenging one because it's actually only 2 wide. So what we're going to have to do is offset it back a block onto these sort of cobble blocks that we've got going here. So first thing first, we're going to raise it up on these 3 because we need to set it so we get our stairs at the correct height, which is going to be those 2. We've got some more smooth stone on those there. Where does the window start on this height? So it's actually above this one. We'll take these out again in a second, that's fine. So obviously we need to then do this like so. We need to place the corner stairs in. Do I actually want to change this so that we have like, let me smash this out. Do I want to do something a little bit different and place like stone brick like that and that? How did I do it on that corner above me? It looks just normal to me. I think it's just normal stairs. So we'll take these out. We'll put a normal stair in. Let me just get a bit of a better view of what is up there. Yes, it's just stairs all the way. I think it'd look silly if it wasn't. Plus, what we could probably do is then do a corner entrance to this thing right here and do a doorway or something instead. I think that'd be interesting. 1, 2, 3. Let's smash the thing above our head. Smash this and all the way over there. What are we up to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And same again. 1 to that height. And then, how much higher is it? That's the window right there, isn't it? On this height there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then, oh. Yeah, so I must have been short on those 2. Let's try this again. Place those 2 there. Delete this. Then from above, what we have to do... Oh, this is going to be a little bit tricky. It's actually only going to be 2 blocks, isn't it? It's going to be 2 like that from above. Now, this one's the awkward one because there's no texture to that whatsoever. Oh, yeah. Now, that's an awkward one, isn't it? It doesn't really look very good at all. It's kind of offset a little bit silly, if you ask me. But it's the only way you'll get away with doing something like that. It's the only other thing you've got to do, obviously, is I'm going to have to change these pillars. Otherwise, it really will look really stupid. So let's just take one of these out and take a look at it. What it looks like with stone brick. I think that's important. Is to see what changes we can possibly make by swapping the materials over. Oh, not like that. Almost got a little surprise. I think that's just blown up, hasn't it? Oh, no. He's still there. We narrowly avoided a little bit of an accidental casualty there, which is fine. Let's just do that and destroy him. Oh, breathe a sigh of relief. Why does that look wrong to me? Where is the nearest one that we've done it on? Is it there? That corner window there just looks silly to me, but I think it's right. Yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's just the way that all the colours are kind of blending together on it. But you've got to think about it. We won't really see this too much. There'll be a window there, and that'll be about it. What we might have to do... I don't know. That looks really silly. Personally, that window does not work. But then again, the straight one works fine, and then the slightly diagonal one works. But then that one just, well, doesn't. It just looks silly to me. See, I don't mind the stone being on it. It's the stone... I'm not sure, because I don't mind these. They look fine because they're offset. It's that one there. That does not look good whatsoever. That's nasty. Oh, look, a zombie's just appeared. Is he just going to... Where is he going? What's he tracking? He's not tracking me. There, let's put him out of his misery. Yeah, that's a funny one there. That's a little bit odd. But what we'll do is we'll do the one next to it right here. And we'll see how this one looks. So, obviously, let's do the same again. Let's make sure we get this in the correct positions. So, off of the pillar and forward by 1. Where that torch is a stair block. That is a normal block of this. Hi, zombie. Stay away. That can go there. So, it moves by a block. There's the challenging thing. It actually goes forward by 1 as well, doesn't it? So it's actually only 1 block on that height. And then the other 2 are up by a block on the same height as it. So we need an upside down stair here anyway. Upside down stair there, a correct way up stair, and a right way up stair. Then we'll do the same here, correct way up. Then we need to grab ourselves some more stone. Do 1, 2, I'll cross them both. And then we're going up to a big height here. So if we first of all smash out all the blocks above my head, I think that's attached to the tower itself. Let's not break that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Place the 2 at the top that we need, like so. Stair block. And then, obviously, what is that attached to? Is that attached to anything? I don't think it is, you know. I don't think these blocks actually belong anywhere. So that could be stair. Actually, that block there is actually attached to it. The one prior to it wasn't, but that one is. So let's put some more stone brick down like so. We need some more stairs. There we go. Place 1 there. And that should round off that section there. Obviously, this height is supposed to be bigger anyway. So let's take a look at what that looks like. See, it really is just this one. It just doesn't look right to me. It's just not set correctly. It's really strange. It's really odd that, excuse me, how that doesn't work. But then again, I think eventually over time, there's more zombies around. Why have I got so many? They should be inside the chambers and not outside them. But yeah, I mean, it'll grow on me, I think. I think what I've got to do, obviously, is swap all of the pillars for stone brick. So maybe that's what the next thing I'll do, is I'll just dig all the way down to about here. And then just pillar up with stone brick. But yeah, so we've probably got quite a bit of time left. So what we're going to do is I'll maybe do a little bit more on this at some other time. Is I obviously wanted to originally do the garden on top, but we've ended up changing the wall texture on the sides first instead. But now that we know our corrected height of this thing, what we will do is we'll work on this little section right here. Eventually I'll just run around the outside and change everything, but it looks like monsters are still spawning in my sort of honeycomb thing that we've got going here. So the last thing we need to do is obviously get our stairs back at the correct height again. So obviously what we want to do is I want to copy this sort of thing on my right hand side. I'm swirling my hand at the screen. I didn't realize that nobody can see where I'm pointing to. So what we're going to do is in front of it by a block in the correct positions, we're going to try and copy it. So this is what we've got right here. So it's actually an upside down stair right there on that block. I don't think I can actually place that quite yet. So let's place that there. Then it's a brick. And then it's 2. And then it's just more of the same. So that, obviously, it goes back a block. So we can adjust it to here. Place those 2. Because that gives us a better height, I think, to what we're looking for. And then that's solid in the middle right there. That's fine. So that'd be solid 2. And then just copy and paste it back to the other side again. So it's 2 more of this. Then the upside down stair pattern, so place that one here. Stair, brick, and then it's 2 more stone. And then it should be back in the middle again. Or is it offset? Oh, okay, what we should have done is we should have placed it. Let me try and do this. Upside down stair there, and then it should have been like that. That's what it should have been. But it should be forward by a block. So where have I messed up? Oh. Duh, it's there. I've messed up. That should have been like so. And then this one should have been forward 1 as well. There. I think what we will have to change is this. I think that should just be a stone brick like so. So then just rinse and repeat. It's like this. That's an upside down stair one. So we'll just place it like that. Oh, shoot. Why do I do that for? Let's just do that. Give us a little bit of working space for the roof, so that'll do to there. I don't think we really need any more because we can work with this height that we've got it to right now. And now that we've got it on a better height, what we can do is we can start working it inwards with our roof. We're going to do... Hello. There's plenty of monsters around today. Just put you out your misery. Thank you, guy. So obviously going to try our best to keep this straight. But obviously it's going to be a little bit tricky to do so. So obviously what we need to do is first of all get our spruce wood in our hand and expand it out by a block in front of it. So this is what we're looking at here now, really, is... I don't know, really. This is going to be a little bit tricky. Let's get the blocks in that we know are in the correct place. So those two would be fine there. What would how do you do this? Because it comes forward a block. It's just one block it comes forward. Now, usually if it was more than a block, I would put a run of stairs in the middle of it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Because obviously this one here will be at this point. So maybe that's what we'll do, is we run it diagonally inwards, and then this staggers as well. So which one have we just done here? So we've kind of mirrored both sides. So if I then put another block here, we'll do one this direction, block, block. So what's the middle here? This one is going to face this way. If we actually just probably get away with it like that. 3 that way, and then 3 the other way. Because then, I think as you get to the middle, this one will end up disappearing. This one won't. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit awkward, this actually, come to think about it. Because of how it's a circular roof, we're going to be spinning it in by. So really what we need to do is, we need to break it up. And this is going to be tricky. Yeah, because this entire section here looks completely stupid. Because obviously that one's part of the section of 2, which is fine. If I just put, what's going on here? Because that should be a block there which curves it round. It's not. Yeah, this roof's going to be really, really tricky. I did not think this through. In fact, what we're going to do is we're going to just take it to 2 high. That high. I'm going to match it to the same height we've got here, but that's 3. That's a 3-height roof. But I don't think I can do that. I'm really not sure. I'm not sure what I can get away with on this. Because that block's too high. This would have to come round to here, which you can't do on the other one. You would then have to raise it up to there. And then you would have to bring this one up as well and do this all the way to there. That's how it'd have to be, I think, if you got away with it. But then you'd have to change the direction of that one, which probably would mean don't do it. I think take these out and put brick in instead. Oh, wrong height. It'd have to be 1 block lower. It'd have to be there. And then we'd have to change these to face the other way. They'd have to face like that. This guy's in the wrong place then. Yeah, as you can see, it's a little bit tricky. Maybe what we've got here is these going the wrong way around of both of them. So place, not upside down, thank you. It's the front one we should have changed. So this is why I don't tend to do too much building on camera, but I wanted to try an episode a little bit different. These will be, first of all, let's put some of these cobble walls on it, because that's a very awkward corner there, but we kind of have got away with it a little bit. We'll place one there as well at that height, because it's going to be no bigger than that, and I think we've kind of sussed it a little bit, so let's mirror that onto this side. So we've got a brick block here and here. They are at the same height there. Yes, they are. 1, 2. Then behind it, it's actually facing this way. And then it is this way. Get on the right block, thank you. So that's what we've done. And then this is different. What have I done here? I'm looking at the lower block. Because that's the upper block. No, it's in the wrong place. That's in the wrong place completely. I don't mind losing a couple of these stair blocks. So let's first of all place that one like so. I need to change it in a second, but we need to get the second one there. And then, I'm losing half my stairs at this rate. Are they both the same, aren't they? They both curve the same way. So if I put that there, break this, and then place that. There we go. So we're actually doing some actual work this time, and it's amazing. Steal that bit of XP. Where did it go? Never mind, I think it's in my inventory now. Jump on here. And let's have a look. So, we've got this sort of mirrored image in the middle now. So what we need to do is probably bring this up by that block. Or do we? We'll do these inverted. So what they'll do, it'll be the other way around this time. So they'll be like that. So this time it's there and there. Place that. We've got to try and avoid doing too many of these, otherwise it will look stupid. Got to go to, is this the third height? Yes, we're actually at the final height, which is really useful. We've probably got away with that corner a little bit there, with how we've designed that, but that's fine. Nobody will actually ever see that, but I think that doesn't look too bad. Let's have a look at it from the outside. Let's just go and fly over here and take a final look at what we've actually managed to do. Fall off is a good sign. Screw it, let's just get my fireworks out. Wow, game, thank you. Thank you, there we go. So let's take a look from a position you'll never see it from. See, I don't mind that. It doesn't look overpowered. It doesn't need the, it doesn't need that, first of all. But yeah, I think we're okay. I don't mind it at all. Maybe it's a little bit overpowered with having two next to each other there. But that's fine, let's just smash into the wall. How did we manage that? Let's just waste all the energy of this fireworks. We used 3 fireworks just to get up there, which is ridiculous. We should never be doing that. Yeah, the only thing that was a little bit silly was these two being so close together. But without that, we have no divider between the 2 heights. And I think that looks a little bit silly. I mean, we could try it with the block here, like so. But I think that looks stupid. I think we have to have that in there. Like that, unless we do slab. Now let's just come up with a different dynamic altogether. Let's not mixing something like that right now. That's for another time. It's messing with things like that. So obviously let's just remove this. And put a block here. But yeah, so that's the corner done. The straight piece should be straightforward anyway. And yeah, I think I will have a mess around with that next time. So I hope you've all enjoyed, and yeah, we're actually making some decent progress on the roof of the castle this time. I know it's one of those weird episodes that we don't really get much done. I do a little bit of thinking and stuff. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed, and I guess I will see you all again in the next one. Bye-bye!